Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So if you've been following along, we're back out here on the 4,000 square foot home going in the Temecula wine country. Incredibly beautiful day today, about 83 degrees right now. Awesome. You can see down in the valley here behind me, a bunch of hot air balloons were up this morning flying. Couldn't ask for a better day weather-wise. So last Friday, my guys were here stud straightening. If you saw the video, you saw the giant mess that it made. We spent about 13 hours cleaning up all those wood chips, over 30, 50-gallon cans of wood shavings. That's how much stud straightening happened in this house. But as I said before, extremely important if you want a high quality product. You have to do that. Just had the guys clean up all the wood chips, got everything out of here, and now my insulation guys are here. So they're hanging insulation, which I'm gonna go in and catch some videos of that, but we're not gonna hang out in there very long because if you've ever been around fiberglass insulation, it is not fun. So we're gonna go in and check that out real quick and then get out of their way. But that's what's happening out here today. Yesterday, we started grading on Dustin Williams' project. Hopefully you're following along on that project. If you don't know Dustin Williams, he's a big car enthusiast on YouTube. So follow his channel. He built some pretty awesome cars, him and Tim. So we started his project yesterday. We waited 5 months for that grading plan because soils reports and everything, there's a lot that has to go into that project to build that garage for Dustin. So following along on Dustin Williams' project, we'll go in here and check out the insulation, okay? I did a walkthrough again this morning. I emphasized the importance of making sure that everything is done that the owner wants done prior to putting insulation in. Outlets, you know, low voltage, all that stuff. So that's really, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but look around your house and how many times have you said, man, I wish we had a TV outlet over there or Ethernet over there for computers. So it is an important deal. It's important to me. It's important that my client gets what they're paying for and maybe a little bit more. So we're gonna go in and check that out. I did a walkthrough this morning. Everything looks really good. Everything's buttoned up. All the backing is in where it needs to be. We're gonna go in right now and check out the installation of the insulation. So let's go on inside. They're in here right now doing the insulation. On this particular house, the attic up here is a ventless attic. So this whole entire house is ventless. So all of the insulation is going all the way up top in the top cord. You recall in a previous video that we have radiant barrier sheeting. Well, the insulation is not going right here in the bottom cord of the truss. These guys have to strap it all the way up on top. This is an extremely tedious process. They're going to be here several days, and it's a lot of insulation, but you can see the quality job that they're doing. None of it's hanging down. It's all strapped up, and it's all stapled up there with those straps. But this is what's happening out here today, okay? You got the guys out here. Several crews are out here working on this stuff, getting it done. Okay, so our next step is going to be insulation inspection, which we've moved out now to Monday because these guys need several days to get this all installed. But that's what's happening out here today. And like I said, this stuff, fiberglass insulation, you don't ever want to rub yourself up against that. You'll be itching for days. So, you know, so far so good. Everything's going really good. They're doing a very clean job. This company's been doing my insulation for about 25 years. So they're doing a great job. You know, they got important people that have been with them for a long time, like this gentleman here. So excellent work, nice and clean. You know, if the owner has to get up in the attic anytime, he's not gonna have to worry about, you know, if he has to access any of the electrical or if he wants to run new outlets or anything. You know, it's gonna stay nice and clean up there in the rafters. And then when they're all done, I'll send my guys out here to come up top by the heating and air conditioning unit that you see up there in the attic, and I'll have them blow everything off with a blower and make sure everything is very clean up in the attic before we start drywall. So drywall is going to be delivered here in a couple days, and then we'll get our insulation inspection on Monday, And then we will proceed forward with drywall installation. We'll check out the other side over here. It's going to be a little dark in this section. Okay, he's starting to place it in the walls. Now, I talked before, when I was mentioning in a previous video, we spray foam around the exterior. That's just something that we do. However, wherever there is plumbing coming out of the foundation, like right here, you have to pack a cementous material around that. I told the inspector I would take care of it. You know, they don't want foam around it now. If it's coming up out of the foundation and protruding through the bottom plate, they want a cement-based material. So we went through and did all that. See that sharp knife? That's what they cut it with. See that knife? This is what they cut that with, right? Very sharp, cuts right through that stuff. See, he has gloves on, he has a mask on, right? You don't want to be breathing it. Okay, let's go upstairs, check it out. We'll check it out from here. You can see all that stuff blowing through the air. Anyway, they're going at it. A lot of insulation to be installed in this house. Okay, the guys have completed the installation. All of it is in. Go in here and take a look. This is the music room. Okay, nice clean job. You can see it up there in the rafters, all the way up in the top cord. Nice and clean. Go down here and take a look upstairs. You can see that our drywall got delivered. Floor's nice and clean. Everything was cleaned up, swept up, nice and clean. Because our drywallers are going to be starting. We don't want them to be stumbling over a bunch of mess and insulation floating around. Go in here and take a look in the living room. You'll notice we even insulated all the interior walls. This isn't only for efficiency, it's for to dampen the noise between the rooms. So all interior walls, all the ceiling joists, everything is insulated. This is going to make for a very efficient and quiet house. Guys did an excellent job. Everything's nice and clean. Makes a huge difference. Let's go upstairs and take a look. See the floors? Whole area is nice and clean. This is the way you want to keep your job if you're going to become a contractor. And if you're a homeowner and you're building a house yourself, help out all the trades by keeping the job nice and clean. Looks good. Excellent work. Just the way we like it. Got all the drywall laid out on the floors, ready to go. We actually moved the insulation inspection to today. The inspector just left, and we got everything signed off. So he was happy with the job. And now my drywallers are going to start Monday. So today's Friday. Actually, they're going to start Wednesday because the owner has a couple more things he wants in here. So we're going to do that. You recall in a previous video, I mentioned, double check with the homeowner, if you're the contractor, see if they want anything else put in. Well, he wants a couple things put in, and we're going to do that and have our drywaller start on Wednesday. And we're going to have the shower pans hot mopped on Tuesday. I'll cover that when we get to it. That's it. Nice and clean. All the drywall laid out, ready to go. Okay, that's it for today. The guys finished up all the insulation with the entire house, and they just left. While they were leaving, my delivery of my drywall showed up, so they have the drywall placed in there. We had the house completely cleaned out, so it's nice and clean. There's not going to be a bunch of fiberglass insulation floating around when my drywallers are trying to drywall. Also, inspector came out early. Today's Friday. He came out, looked over our insulation, signed off our card, so we're good to go to install drywall. So we have a couple things we're going to do before that. We have 3 shower pans that we're going to get hot mopped. We're going to do those Monday or Tuesday. So I'm going to get my guy out here and get him started on that. And then on Wednesday, we will start with the installation of the drywall. So I'm going to head out of here right now, back down here in the Temecula Wine Country Valley, and check on the framing status of the 20,000 square foot custom home that's going on. And then if you've been following along on our other series, Dustin Williams, we've been grading his lot for his new Legends Media garage. So I don't know if you saw in the previous video, we leveled out the pad, and then I had my surveyor Tim come out and stake out the lot, because we have to excavate that thing down 10 feet, remove all the soil, and then put geogrid and then compact it. So we've had a couple of Rainbird sprinklers running on the property for 24 hours. We need a lot of water on there to get proper compaction. But follow along on that. That's on the Dustin Williams series on my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Follow us along on these projects. We have a lot of projects going on, and we have a lot of projects coming up. So please hit the like button if you like the video. It just tells YouTube to recommend our videos to other people. And thanks again for watching. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and hopefully you can learn something by watching our projects that'll help you with your project.